All right, all right, all right. We are live. We are live. This is a special edition. Special edition. Can I say it's not Wednesday? We usually do shows on Mondays called June's Monday Quarterback, but it's not the NFL season right now. But this is a special edition from the Samzsportz Multimedia Network. WrestleMania edition. WrestleMania 40. Man, what a great show last night. As you can see, I got yes, sir. As you can see, we got Mel back in the building again. And
Hey,
what's going on, Mel?
What's going on, y'all, man? WrestleMania was great, man. I'm here to talk all about it, man.
All right, all right. If you know any wrestling fans, tag them. And look, for the next hour, we're gonna talk some WrestleMania and talk about Raw after WrestleMania, which is about to start in another 57 minutes exactly. So we'll definitely get into that and all that good stuff. So before we start, man. All right, man. Like I said, man, it's a special edition, man, of WrestleMania 40. Man, two great nights, man. Two great nights, man.
Two real good nights, man. Hell yeah.
Yes. So we're gonna break, like I mentioned, man, before we started, man. We're gonna break all that down, man. Mel, man, where do you do? Are we gonna start off with the main event, man? Like,
man, I really don't. I kind of, man, no, not yet, man. Not yet. Not yet. I think, you know what I mean? I think we need to, you know what I mean, just start them off slow, you know what I mean? And then, and then break it on down on them, you know what I mean? And then really let them know, because that's what everybody listening's for today, man. Everybody, if you watch WrestleMania, you know that main event was something out of like a comic book, man. You know what I mean? It's, so let's just ease into that.
Ease into it. All right, so let's ease into couple of the matches from last night, right? So these couple of matches from WrestleMania 2. We're gonna just go down from WrestleMania 2, then we go into WrestleMania 1. WrestleMania Night 1, I mean. So these was a couple of the matches. Io Sky and Bayley. Bayley come out victorious in this matchup against Io Sky. What was your thoughts on this matchup? I said this match. I'm in sports talk right now in this match.
I mean, it was a really good matchup. I know that I think it was you or that said that like you was kind of looking forward to this matchup, and and I didn't, one Io Sky is kind of like has been a really underrated champion. You know what I mean? As a women's champion, I think it could go into her character. She doesn't really get too much, time to talk or whatever like that.
Yeah,
but it was no talking. So, that was it. Like the whole match, it was a great match. To see Bayley come out with the Egyptian gear, you know what I mean, and like coming to find out that Simone is to like this mirror around the way where she used, where she used to brawl at. that's it, I mean, that was that added to it, but the physicality to the match, man, and the story, all the overall storytelling, you know what I mean, of Bailey get exiled was written all throughout the match. You seen all through it. So I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it way more than I thought I would, in other words.
Yeah. I'm gonna ask you. Can you give me the stars on this? We all 4, 5.
I'm gonna give it a 4. Like I said, just off the fact that, like, I didn't really think I was gonna be down with this. Kind of Bailey hasn't really been making a lot of noise.
No,
like I said, EO has really kind of been quiet, like, character-wise as a champion. So, this match was kind of under the radar. And like I said, you was the one who kind of pointed it out to me. It's in the back of my head, like, this is the one to look out for. And it really was. So I'm gonna say 4 stars all day. All day, man.
I'll say 3 because even though Damage Control didn't get involved in the match, I thought we would see something like that. Then if Damage Control get in the match, then you'll find the other 3 ladies that they went against with WrestleMania. Was it WrestleMania on night 1 where they got involved too? So I thought, but it was a good route to let them go 1-on-1 to see.
I think so. Yeah, it was, and I think because really, it's kind of crazy because you would think that EO would be the leader of Damage Control, right? She's a champion. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's like a thing with is this kind of like a student versus teacher kind of thing, because it's not really a leader versus leader thing. So I don't think story wise them coming out probably to them guys in the back or whoever. I think they probably to them. That's just my thesis. Probably didn't make a lot of sense for them to come out.
All right. Next match we had LA Knight and AJ Styles. These two been going at it, man, in the press conferences and all.
They've been wrecking everywhere. Man. They airports. It's been good to see, man. Hell yeah.
They ain't waste no time neither. So,
they got straight to it. Yeah. and it was good, man. Yeah. They brawled. And I liked how the matches just pop. Just it was just a fight. You wasn't nobody started with no drop kick. It was straight right hands. To see AJ, the kind, like I said, man, like and last time I was on here, to see him kind of like be a little bit more aggressive, but but still kind of like have his ring style toned down a little bit, but just make everything a little bit more impactful in the ring. He showed that in that match, and with LA Knight, man, he needed this. Like he's like the perfect opponent. They're the perfect opponent for each other. Now, this is one matchup. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't mind seeing going for a little while longer, or maybe take a break and then come back around another way, maybe for a championship or something.
Okay. So we'll see about that.
There was like
how many stars though? How many stars?
I'm a man. Off the physicality, more I'm gonna give 5. Just off the physicality alone, man. It was a 5-star match. It was weight behind it. It was even in the the psychology of the match. It was you could tell like they put it on like they hate the hell out of each other. So yeah, man, and that conveyed itself throughout the match. So I'm gonna say 5, bro.
Okay. All right. The Philadelphia Street fight, the 6-man tag match where you had the Pride versus what's the name of that group again?
Oh man, I forget my damn self. I was just thinking, I was like, please don't ask me.
Karrion Kross and AOP, those guys. I forgot the name.
Sponsored by Gin and Juice.
I was kind of disappointed on this match a little bit because I really wanted to see a street fight. This only is actually stayed in the ring. I wanted them to tear the house down and be in the street somewhere or in the stands. The match never got that far, Montez Ford made that crazy move. Dude is a high flyer. Montez Ford, one of my favorite guys to watch on WrestleMania. But the ladies got involved. They both slammed into the table and everything. Then Karrion Kross pissed off.
Goofy. I'm not going to front. I thought that was goofy a little bit. I just think B-Fab just need a little bit more polish, and she need to go like the NXT or something like that. But that's just me.
Yeah. Then Karrion Kross pissed off Bubba Dudley.
Yeah, that was a good surprise though. We now you gotta talk about that, man, because you know Bubba Ray Dudley kind of because he's on this podcast I like to listen to called Busted Open, man, and he like and listen to him. He's a big fan of the of the game, man, of wrestling itself, not just being a former entertainer. And to kind of see him in that match, man, and the callbacks to the Dudley Boys, that was kind of fun. But I was a bit disappointed with the match myself, man. And I didn't really, but to be honest, I didn't really have any big expectations either.
Nah,
you know what I mean? It just they've been. Know what this rivalry remind me of? You ever seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the movie, the live action jump?
Yeah,
when the Turtles went up against Tokar and Razor, and it just like they just every time they see him on site, AOP and Karrion Kross just be whooping their asses, man. Bobby Lashley hold it down. So I don't know. I kind of wanted it to be a little bit more, but I mean, at the same time, I knew not to expect much from not to expect much from this matchup, man.
Yeah. All right. So where you all rated at? 1, 2, 3.
I'm gonna give it a 3. And that's just because, like, kind of like you, man, my guys are in it. You know what I mean? I wanted a little bit more. So, I mean, if it was anybody else, it'd probably be lower. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like, I'm not going to say it wasn't a bad match. It just that it was too much of a squash. You know what I mean? Like, come on, man. The Street Profits and Bobby Lashley got their asses whooped. Like, you know what I mean? Like at least for 60% of the match. So I don't know, man. I don't know. That's I mean, that's not a WrestleMania matchup for me. That's what I was thinking too. This ain't feel like a WrestleMania match. So I don't know. It felt like some of you see like any other PLE. So it's a 3 for me.
All right. All right. So as we move along, some of these matches was on night 1, actually. The night 1 of WrestleMania. Let's start with the Jey Uso and Jimmy Uso. One of the matches, my guy Dennis wanted to see. Den is not here tonight with us because he is going to Raw after WrestleMania. So he at the Wells Fargo Center tonight. So he probably chiming in right now.
Oh yeah, shout out to him, man.
Yeah. Thank you. So this was his favorite match right here, the brother versus brother match.
This was a match he was kind of looking forward to too, right?
Yeah, but to me, it kind of disappointed.
I kind of told you though.
Yeah. You did.
I mean, like I said, man, you was gonna see the same 6 moves, and like when I kind of from because in their mirrors of each other, you know what I mean. So they got nobody has really this a different move other than each other, and move set wise between those two brothers. It's not like we're watching like Owen and Brett or Matt and Jeff like we've been treated to at other WrestleManias. So it wasn't a bad matchup though. I liked it. It was more of a good brother versus evil twin brother kind of thing. And Jay got his retribution. So I guess story wise, it moves things along. It was okay. It was it was kind of where I expected it to be expectation wise as well. You know what I
mean? All right. It just felt like I said, like you mentioned it on Wednesday. It was these guys got pretty much the same move, so it's not too much you're going to see in this matchup. I felt like their little minute that they had in the Roman and Cody fight was better than what we saw on Saturday.
Yeah, it was kind of, I think so.
Why didn't you see that night 1? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, and even the crowd, like, if you notice, even the crowd wasn't even, even up and down with him like that. With Jay after he won. I mean, it just kind of like, and because I knew if the match was lit, and that, it would have probably everybody would have been on their feet. And then we didn't get the Lil Wayne song either. I thought Lil Wayne was supposed to be like debuting this new song or whatever like that.
With Jay, right? Yeah,
we didn't even get that. So I mean, I was just like, all right, man.
Yeah, one of the celebrities we had, man. So where you rate this match, man, between 1 through 5 stars?
Off the fact I don't like being lied to, I thought Wayne was going to be doing a fucking song, and I fucks away. Yeah, that adds to. I'm not going front, man. Don't advertise something to me and I don't get it, man. I'm I'm that motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? I don't like that. You know what I mean? So off that alone, and like I said, the match was pretty much, but like all jokes aside, the match was pretty much okay. It wasn't really too much. I really felt like it was something to add on to the overall story with like the bloodline and Cody and stuff like that. Kind of adds a little bit to it, like an add-on comic or something like that. So I'm gonna say to like an overall bigger story. So I'm gonna say, man, I'm gonna give it maybe a 3.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like I said, it was a decent. Like I said, it wasn't any botches or anything like that, but it wasn't really nothing I expected too much out that matchup.
All right. This match, I stepped out for a minute. I'm kind of missed most of this match. I seen a little bit of the highlights. The 6 pack ladder match, man. Where you see both belts.
You missed out if you I'm not going front, man. That was way better than I thought it was going to be. Too.
Oh man, tell us about it, man. You see R-Truth, Awesome Truth, getting the
won the belts, man.
Raw title, and SmackDown champion went to the Austin Theory and Grayson Waller.
Yeah, what like a Theory Down Under or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like that. I forget. Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this match? On this match, man?
Oh man, I was like, at the most, I thought it was gonna probably maybe be like a short matchup, and I think kind of like I said, like I predicted, like kind of last time I was on here, and I was saying that like I have a feeling it's gonna be kind of like the ladder match between the Dudleys, Edge and Christian, and the Hardys at I forget what that WrestleMania 32 or something like that. Yeah. And it was way better than I thought it was, man. They had some really good high spots. The New Cash Republic, man, like for technical wrestling, they did their thing. There was some really good high spots in there. I didn't feel like nothing was too over choreographed. And the champions, they like they rightful champions, man, and it's just good to see that there's more tag teams in WWE now, man.
Yeah, and now they separate the belts. Now, you got 2 different tag team champions now.
Yeah, because we talked about that too. I was thinking that we was going to kind of unify them, but yeah, I'm glad that they they went the route that they went with, kind of splitting the belts down the middle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and talking about the tag teams, they are back now. So like. What are the interesting tag teams? Now you just mentioned a few of them, New Catch Republic.
Yeah, I'm really feeling them. I'm not going front. I like that. I like them, man.
Now, my interesting point now, do Judgment Day recreate a new tag team?
I mean,
go get those belts now, because you got the women's belt on your side, women's championship with Rhea on your side. You have the now Damian Priest cashing in last night, which we will talk about that in a few minutes, because Mel called it. Mel called it on Wednesday.
I told that
if there was any time he would have cashed it in, it would have been at WrestleMania. And that
man, I was gonna wait till I was getting my flowers, and I'm glad they came.
You called it, brother. So I definitely give you your props on that. But now that he have the World Heavyweight Championship, do they go after the tag team? Do Dom and JD?
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say, man. With that many male competitors on one faction, man, that's kind of like they've been doing that since the 4 Horsemen. You know what I mean? Like you can interchange. If you got who could go after the tag belt, so it could be just JD and Dominic. But the thing is though, with Dominic is kind of caught up in this whole thing with Santos Escobar and his crew. So that there's a slippery slope there. So they could, if Damian just want to kind of like, let's recoup our losses, and hell, I'll become a double champion. He could even inject himself in, like him and McDonough could do it. Him and Dom could do it. Because I remember when Dom earlier last year, he would Damian when he went tag with him. He like I remember one time he was like, "Hey man, you gotta boss up." So they could, but I'm kind of curious to see what's going to happen with Judgment Day after this. You know what I mean?
So we'll see, man. Like we said, man, it's going to get interesting, man, with the 2 tag team championships now split, and definitely going to see more tag team.
I think we're going to see a lot more tag team matchups, man. Even ones that's already established, and then just people just coming together, guys that's coming together just to get the belt, just like Grayson Waller and Austin Theory, man. You got, just guys coming together just to get the belt. So, and there's also new tag teams. I mean, other tag teams in NXT as well. So
yeah, some good ones. Yeah,
So I think we're gonna have some tag teams for a while to come.
Yeah, one of my favorites right now to watch is the Creed brothers. The Creed
brothers are so fun to watch, man. Those guys are so they remind me of like the Steiner brothers, man.
Yeah, they do. They
got some they got some pretty innovative offense with the whole cannonball from the top rope. Yeah, man. They're fun to watch. I'm not gonna lie, man.
They definitely deserve a shot.
Coming up soon. I want to see them in New Catch Republic. Now that would be great. I know they're bigger. They're bigger guys in stature, but creativity in the ring together. I think just to put them together, that's something I got to see before the end of 2024.
So that's the tag team.
Shout out to Miz and R-Truth because I don't think we didn't get them, because that was the thing too. Not to get too much on this, but it was good to see R-Truth, come up at a WrestleMania, man.
Yeah.
Getting at WrestleMania like that, man. It was
good going up with that ladder, and he the one that grabbed the.
And he was the one, man. Look, man. Black people shined at WrestleMania, man. Night 1 and 2, man.
Yes, definitely did. Talking about black people shining at WrestleMania, the Queens in the next match, man. We had another 6-pack match where we had Damage Control going against Jade Cargill, the Glow, and Naomi, and EST Bianca Belair. This was a lot, definitely predictable that Jade Cargill, Bianca Belair, and Naomi was definitely going to win this match. Especially with Bianca is undefeated in WrestleMania, and this is Jade Cargill debut at WrestleMania. So now the thing is, after they won this matchup, where do they go from here? Are they now a faction, a faction in WWE, or where do Jade Cargill go from here? Does she go after one of these championship belts? Because she signed to SmackDown, so that means is she's the next in line for Bayley to get the title shot? What do you think? Where do you think she'll go from here, Jade Cargill?
One, if they are going to be, I think with Jade, man, man, first, if they are going to be together, man, I seen a great name online yesterday. Like I think today for Bianca, Naomi and Jade, and that's the Cocoa Butter Combat Club. I like that.
Cocoa Butter Combat Club.
I like that. Wow. You know what I mean? Just I mean, Cocoa Butter. I seen that and I was like, man, that's damn. I can smell it. You know what I mean? I can just smell it through the TV. You know what I mean? And it's but no, man, I don't think they're gonna be a faction. I think it was pretty much a one night thing. You know what I mean? I don't think it's something you could read into, even though factions is a big thing in WWE. So I don't think that's the way Jade is going right now. You know what I mean? I think really it's going to. I have this slight feeling she's going to hit that heel turn. I think I have a feeling like it's just going. She's just trying to work her way in here. Like, hey, I'm nice. I'm happy to be here, but I'm here for a reason, and it's just going to be. Maybe she might start the baddies. I ain't gonna say she's going to do all that now. Maybe it'll be kind of cool, but I don't know who she have to do that. Maybe she can get some of the chicks from NXT with some, like, what's the part of the Metaphor, maybe Lash Legend or something like that. I think she could start some bad, with some black female wrestlers in there, but it's hard to see. But it's because we haven't really seen her in no matchups. Maybe we'll see something. I think she's part of SmackDown, so we'll see something Friday, maybe. As far as maybe more of an expedition match 1-on-1. But what I would like to see, it's hard for me to tell which way she's going to go, but what I would like to see is like a heel turn. I want her to pick up where she left off with, right at where she was at in AEW.
AEW, where she strives.
I think being a heel is just she's like a super villain, female version of a super villain. She has that, you get that happy to be here, but just get that turnaround, just like I'm here for real, bitches. You know what I mean? And just That's what I want anyway. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And I could see Naomi and Bianca staying kind of together and going after those tag team belts from Damage Control too. I could see those two staying together. I definitely think she need to build a name for herself in the WWE, even though she built a name already. Don't get me wrong, but it's just she needed singles match, build a name for herself. Where the other two has done that already in the WWE. So we'll see. Next match we had the tag team match, man. Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee against Santos Escobar and Dom Mysterio.
Well, this match got, the card got changed up because it was actually Andrade with
definitely
with Rey Mysterio,
right. Dragon Lee definitely got injured on Friday on SmackDown.
Right.
Friday. Yes, and Andrade stepped in, which I was surprised about that. On Friday.
I was a little bit too. I guess it's kind of because they sent, Dominic had sent Andrade after Rey Mysterio, what I mean, kind of like as a hit. So it kind of turned around on him. So I mean, it was a good matchup. I mean, to be honest, it was a really good matchup. It was kind of like I think it was a bit of a precursor of what we was going to get from the main event. You know what I mean? We had a lot of people get involved. A lot of high flying too, man. And it was crazy that that match was sponsored by like some tequila, like some Mexican tequila or something like that, man. It was crazy. It looked like something out of AAA, like out of AAA in Mexico or something like that, man. You saw Mexicans and Hispanics flying everywhere. It was not to be racist.
What's the dude that flew from the rope? Yo, dude was in the air.
Del Toro. I forget his. Oh man, he did that in NXT like maybe a month or two ago too, man. But that was it was wild. That was a fun match. I'm gonna say that was fun. Like I said, it felt like I was watching something like in Mexico or something like that.
Then they got the football players involved, Jason Kelsey and Lane Johnson of the Philadelphia Eagles retired.
And then you had Rey Mysterio, and Rey came out there, repping for the Eagles with his ring gear and everything like that. So it was a feel good match. That's what I'm gonna say. It was a feel good match.
So it definitely was, man. So all right, as we move along. Let's talk about the Sami Zayn and Gunther match, which caught everybody by surprise. Oh man, everybody, Gunther been on this streak as the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of all time.
666 days.
And who would have thunk it that he would have dropped the belt to Sami Zayn at WrestleMania? But he kind of slept on Sami Zayn. And one thing Sami Zayn did left him with that last message that I won the main event at WrestleMania last year, and I could do it again this year. On Thursday, it was at the kickoff, the WrestleMania kickoff. Let him know that I ended one streak last year at WrestleMania, and in the Uso streak, I can also end yours. And I'm like, oh damn, he definitely did. So he was definitely coming for his, man, and a lot of people was mad on social media that he Gunther dropped the belt.
My thing. Well, like I think I said that I was kind of impartial in this matchup. Like I didn't, I didn't have anybody that I really wanted to see come out on top of this because with Gunther, he had a good run with the Intercontinental Championship, and then Sami Zayn is just a good underdog to root for. You know what I mean? That's what he came in as. You know what I mean? The Horseman underdog. So and he just somehow, man, he reminded you of that little scruffy little dog that be walking the street or something like that. You kind of like, oh man, I hope you make it out here, little guy. You know what I mean? So he kind of give me that kind of that feel, man. So as far as the matchup was concerned, he took an ass whooping. Okay.
Yeah.
Gunther chopped him, slapped him, diced him. Always from Sunday, man. And it was kind of like I said, it felt like a real Rocky type of matchup. Being as though it took place in the city of brotherly love and everything like that. It was the real Rocky matchup of the night. And like I said, he took an ass whooping for at least maybe 70% of that match, man. And it didn't get good. I'm not gonna say you kind of And like you said, I thought it was another squash match at Mania. I said, damn, man, I ain't never think we are gonna see a squash match at Mania. I said, but they must gonna pay him well, you know what I mean? Like when like when Randy got beat up by Brock that time, you know what I mean? Like I thought it was gonna I said, well, he must gonna get a hell of a payday, but he pulled it out.
Yeah.
And it was a feel good moment. I think I don't know, I didn't really check social media as far as him winning it. Yeah. But you know what I mean? But I could say from me,
I had a lot of guys that's out there in Philly that was at the event. A lot of fans was not happy about the Sami Zayn winning, man. They definitely didn't want to see Gunther keep dominating. But this is the new era. This is the new era.
And then who else? I mean, not gonna be like, to be honest, until they do a draft, who else was he gonna go up against? And you know what I mean? And who knows? Shit, tonight, I might call it again. I'm gonna throw a coin in the air. Who knows? He might win it back tonight.
Oh, yeah.
And become a 2-time. Because that's just to hear it, just to say it, 2-time Intercontinental Champion. You know what I mean? With the longest reign, it can happen tonight.
Yeah. You never know what could happen after Raw after WrestleMania.
Never know, man. So y'all might get y'all wish, but I mean, watching, just from the crowd there, they seemed like they was cool with it. It wasn't,
Yeah.
So well reception.
Sami Zayn, Intercontinental Champion. It's the guys who we expect that might go after the championship. Gunther definitely not gonna go out without a fight. We might see Chad Gable. Like, hey, I got you ready for this match.
Could be.
You owe me a favor. Let's do it.
Yeah, I can see that. You know what I mean? And maybe and that could be a thing that could up the ante for Alpha Academy a little bit too. They just with Chad Gable turning heel, like, man, I wanted this belt and you got it, and I got you there, so I want a title shot. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Then the mid carders that I'm thinking about, Sammy did kind of build up a beef with Nakamura. So right there, that
Nakamura's a good champ. I would think he's a great Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah,
I think he's pretty good on Intercontinental Champion.
It's time to put a belt on Jey Uso, man. I don't know when they are gonna do it. Him and Sammy got history, so
yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the thing, kind of with Jey Uso too, man. He is the main. He got to be that main event. If that's if that's in the name, he got it. You know what I mean? I kind of always kind of think like, yeah, man, you can't keep coming up short being called main event, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So we'll see, man. But it's gonna get interested in that Intercontinental.
I think so. Yeah. As far as the Intercontinental Champion, like you said, I think there's a lot of runners up. There's a lot of mid carders that like who were once former champions too. That's and former Intercontinental and World Champions. So the title picture for the Intercontinental is it seemed like it's gonna be really interesting.
He said you split the Alpha Academy and let Gable go Hilda, so they agree with you on that one. Jey Uso.
I ain't say let him go now. No, I'm not gonna say let him go just yet. I want to see some. Maybe he does, but I want to I want to see him. I want to kind of see them go along with it, like the abusive father. Like, we gonna go where he going. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's just, I like, what I'm saying? I feel like that's what we going with the Paul Levesque era anyway. We're going to kind of get more in the storyline. So,
a lot of storylines. Yes.
Yeah, I don't, and so I don't really want to see that happen just yet. You know what I mean? And I like the Alpha Academy for what they are right now. So,
Jey Uso is good for whoever he's wrestling. Okay. And I don't want to see Jay in the bloodline. Hopefully not. We'll definitely talk about the bloodline and once we get there, but we'll see, man. Next match, Rhea Ripley to kick WrestleMania night 1 off. It was, and I like what they did too. They gave us straight championship matches from the gate both nights. Yeah. I love that. I definitely love that.
Right into it, man. Start the night off strong. You know what I mean?
Yes. Rhea Bloody Ripley against Becky Lynch. She came out victorious on that. I didn't want to see the belt on Becky Lynch. I definitely want them to keep that belt on Rhea Ripley for a little longer. What was your thoughts on this match?
Oh man, I thought it was a good match.
It was a good match.
Like I think I said that too. I think I said it last time I was on the podcast, and that was I didn't really have a favorite in this matchup.
Yeah.
I like both of them. I think both of them make good faces for the women's division for the WWE. Because this is pretty much what this matchup was, geared towards. It's like, kind of a modern day Rock and Austin kind of thing. But I like the matchup, and it was a story there, and then with the fact that Becky Lynch was sick as well, and that played a factor into the match. I think they said she had a fever like 105 or something like that. Wow. Yeah. So that played a factor into the match because she wasn't, I was saying that she kept on trying to run the power game with Rhea. With you and you see the arms on that woman, man. You're not doing that. you're not winning no matchup against her in that part. So I thought it was, like I said, I think it was a good match. It told a good story. And I'm just like you. I wanted to see Rhea hold on to the belt just a little bit longer, and we got that. So
yeah.
But overall, like I would say, if we was to rate the match, I would give it a 4.5.
Yeah, and and that was another thing too. I see somebody just put, I think Becky goes on a book tour for a while. I don't think they was ready to put that title back on her too. She's putting a lot out there in that book too, man. Putting a lot of information out there.
Oh yeah, but I think yeah, I don't know if that's gonna play a factor. I don't think that she'll leave because she's going on a book tour. Because back in the day, man, Mick Foley was making books and he, writing books, and he was still on,
wrestling,
wrestling schedule. So I don't think that has anything to do with it. I think she's going to see a number of success because I want that book now. I'm not gonna lie. I'm out to get on Amazon and order that as soon as I get off here. Yeah. Not gonna lie, man. But yeah, it was just a good matchup of like the women, who could be the face of the women's division in the coming, and it was a good match.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah. Where do Rhea Ripley go from here? I know she got Nia Jax and Liv Morgan want a piece of her. So I think that's the next matches we'll see next in line for her. So that's what I'm looking at. I think it's either Liv Morgan or Nia Jax at Backlash if she do compete at Backlash.
Yeah, well, I think she just went against Nia Jax for the for that championship at Elimination Chamber. So I don't think, if anything, I think I'm gonna call it triple threat. I think it's gotten to a point where she's beating everybody. This ain't like a Roman or a Gunther kind of thing. Like what else can we think of? We like seeing Rhea Ripley dominate bitches. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think everybody at home do. So it's like, we like to see her on, like we like seeing mommy on top. So
yeah.
So I think that the next thing is you're gonna have to put more people in that ring with her to just give her some go. So yeah. That's what I think. That's the way I think we're gonna go. Now I don't know far as her direction gonna go for the year, man. But she's hot, man. So it's I just think you just give her the ball and run with it and just see where it goes, man. Give her the tag team. I think with anything, man, give her a tag team run with somebody, man. Like maybe have her feud with Bianca and have like an MJF and Adam Cole thing or something like that, go for the belt. And I got a belt, my number one contender is my tag team partner kind of thing. It's a lot you can do with her, man, just for the fact that she's Rhea Ripley, man.
Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Rhea Ripley.
The radical one. So as we move along, man, the tag team match on night one, man, where the biggest tag team match people will say the biggest tag team match in WrestleMania of all time. Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins against Roman Reigns and The Rock. It was definitely a good match. I rated it up there as as a 4, not a 5, but as a 4. Definitely was a good match, and everybody expected Roman and Rock to win on Saturday.
Yeah, I called that one too.
To set up for Sunday.
Yeah, I called that one too. It's like, you're not going to put a stipulation out there for a match and just don't do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like back in the day when they used to do like 3 stages of hell. You know what I mean? You just don't announce that you're going to do it and just it's a possibility. Don't do it. That's just not how wrestling works. So
yeah.
But it was. Oh my bad. Go ahead.
And the story just continued from right there on Saturday night with them picking up the win and leaving Cody and Seth in the middle of the ring.
Yeah,
and
that
Cody
was
just sitting there. I'm like, oh man,
that was the Infinity War.
Yeah,
that was the Infinity War of this whole thing, and man. And first of all, The Rock was phenomenal. He looked phenomenal.
Yes, he did. Yes.
He ain't missed a step.
Yes.
He backed. Oh, I think a lot of people, even myself, was kind of like, oh man, last time he did get in the ring, like Michael Cole said, it was kind of like from 6 to 8 minutes.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, and I get that he was, he was a commodity for Hollywood. He was a moneymaker, a big moneymaker. They're not saying he's still not, but for like, then they revealed that he did the training, 12 weeks of training. He looked great.
Yeah, he had. Yeah, definitely.
And for him to get in that ring and he didn't get up wincing. I ain't seen him wince once.
Yeah.
His selling was great. He sold like it was like 2000 all over again. I felt like it was 15 all over again, man.
Yeah. My favorite part of the match when he told the ref started counting and he was like, "You I will fire your ass. Don't fuck around.
Yo,
I'm your boss." I was like,
he was on some attitude era vent shit for real.
Yo, I was cracking up. Dude, stop counting at the two. I'm like,
man, the funniest part when he went over and man, he had to apologize to Cody Rhodes, like, I'm so sorry. The ref was like, I'm so sorry. It's not shit I can do. I got kids at home,
The Rock, man, classic, yo, classic.
Yeah, man. And Roman spearing him was a good moment too, man.
Oh yeah,
that's what you talking about selling for the look on it. It looked like your big brother just kicked you on your balls. You like, oh, man. It was great. It was like, man, like I said, it was the precursor of what we got in in night 2. It was, and even and not to give The Rock too much, but you can't help because it's The Rock. That entrance, man, is just
dope. Definitely one of the best.
It's been a minute since I had an entrance that chills down my spine, man. That was like,
all
his. I feel like we was really getting into a boss battle. Like I'm, you know what I mean, like I'm playing like Final Fantasy or something. I'm going to go against like Sephiroth or something like that, man.
Look, I don't want to see him go. I wish he could give us a couple more weeks, man.
And that's the thing too. It's funny. I want to see which way he's going to go. It's I know we're gonna get into that later, but man, he, like I said, The Rock was phenomenal.
Definitely.
Yeah, The Rock was phenomenal. Everybody was great in that matchup, but man, like was great in the match. It told the story that it was supposed to tell.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say, man, it was. I'm on the same page with you. I would say it was about. I'm gonna say 4. I'll give it 4 and a quarter star.
Okay.
A little a tad higher. I'll give it. I'll give it a little bit more credit because it was star studded and it turned out great. That they landed the plane on that one.
Yeah. Oh man, the triple threat match, man. Last night you had Logan Paul defending his title, U.S. Championship title against KO, Kevin Owens, and the legend killer himself, Randy Orton. Your thoughts on this match? I read something this the other day, and it was like, Logan is gonna have this belt for a while because I didn't know SummerSlam is in his hometown this year in Cleveland. So they gonna keep that belt on him for a couple more months. And I'm like, you know what? It do make sense, man. To have him and SummerSlam with that championship belt. Because that's what they've been doing lately, when they do go to these certain wrestlers' hometown. Definitely getting that big match. So I expected Logan to win this matchup. Kevin Owens, and it looked like going into this matchup was going to be a 2 against 1, but some point in this match, Randy Orton was going to try to hit Kevin Owens with the RKO, and when he seen that, they started brawling.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. I thought it was a fun matchup, you know what I mean? And you know what I mean? And that's really what I thought it was gonna be out there. I had a feeling that he was gonna retain that championship anyway. This was just kind of be a way to kind of cement him as a threat with the United States Championship, which wasn't, which they conveyed very well. Randy looked good out there, man. Looked really good in that match. He looked really good out there. I just like Kevin Owens versus Logan Paul. Yeah. I just kind of like I just like it. The asshole against the dude, like against the bully beater. You know what I mean? Just it's but like far as that matchup, like I didn't really expect too much from it. It was a fun match. Logan, I mean, but Logan Paul also too, it cemented him as a freak athlete, man.
Yeah.
He went in there. He's so athletic, man. This man did a toe touch frog splash. He's done it before, but he knew he was winning that. And the way he got up there, like, yup, I'm taking it. He got up there, like, he celebrated and took the win at the same time. So, and like I was listening to a podcast today, and like kind of like, and Kevin Owens said on there, man, he respects the fact that he respects the business, and you can kind of see that he's having fun. You can see that he does have a some kind of respect for me. He's playing for the industry, and he's playing his role. So I would say it was, and like I said again, he's a freak athlete, man. He's fun to watch. He's fun to hate. So yeah, I think he's going. He probably will be holding on to that championship to SummerSlam, man. To be honest, I mean, I couldn't go against you because. Also, I make another point. As much as I like Randy Orton, as much as I love Kevin Owens, I don't really see them doing it. Taking that championship to any any new heights at this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's only right to keep that belt on them, man. So
yeah.
The World Heavyweight Championship match, man. You had Seth Rollins against Drew McIntyre to kick off night 2 last night, man. And what a matchup, man. Took 4 claymores to take Seth down. Yeah.
Seth started off with a claymore. My man started off popping.
Yeah, and Seth, after night 1 fighting in that tag team match wasn't 100%. For sure, in that matchup, and coming into this matchup, and Drew McIntyre took advantage of it, man, and Seth gave it all he had, man. But look like Seth after this match is gonna take a break, to get fully recovered. Yeah,
that's what they say.
Recover. Yeah, and come back better than ever, man. But it was not, Drew definitely, got his moment because when he did win a couple of years ago, he did it in front of with not no fans being in the crowd.
Yeah,
so they gave him his WrestleMania moment
right at the
Performance
Center. Yeah,
and it lasted for like 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, he was on top of the world for a cold fight when he went over there and started fucking with Punk.
Oh yeah, and I knew Punk. I knew he was gonna retaliate. I definitely knew he was gonna.
Yeah, I mean, Punk is Punk. He ain't gonna sit there and like, all right, I messed up my arm, so I'm just gonna let you talk shit. No, man, and it was great. It was like, man, it's like seeing somebody beat Debo ass after they done whip Debo ass. Just like, like get his ass again because he fucking need it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that was what I got out of that, man. It was a fun match. First of all, like I like the fact that like they got to convey that Drew was hungry for it. Like he came out the bat with a claymore.
Yeah.
Soon as like the bell rang, bow. Like I really thought like I was like, oh shit, this is done. You know what I mean? And we had some good ups and we had some good downs, and then next thing I know, Drew took it, man, and for him to like have the celebration, and I've been a Drew McIntyre fan since day one, man. I'm not going front since Vince McMahon brought him as the chosen one. I've always liked him. I like his finisher, everything like that, man. So it would have been nice for him to probably him to take it, but then I had a feeling, he's gonna be on this ride for a little longer. So, and I called it. You know what I mean? Like I called my shot, and that was that. Damien's gonna cash in on him because And I think that makes for a better matchup.
Yeah.
Two big guys, and that was when we got from Stand and Deliver too. I know we ain't talking too much about that on there on here, but yeah, Stand and Deliver had a matchup between two big guys. What was it? Dajakovic and
I forgot the guy name.
What's the dude from Africa?
Obi FEMA
Femi or something. You're right.
Femi, yeah.
And it's, we don't get that many. In other words, we don't really get that many big guy matchups, man. So, so the Steve McIntyre versus, and you know that's going to happen. McIntyre versus Damian Priest, man. I would love to see it. You know what I
mean? That's another one. You putting some. You put the Gunther and Sammy tonight. You might see that one tonight.
You might will. I think that you know, because there's also, with them at Survivor Series, Drew is part of the Judgment Day team. So this, and I think that's the part of the long tour, the kind of thing with the Levesque era is supposed to be long-term storytelling. That's what everybody's predicting anyway. Yeah. So maybe that's what we're gonna go. That's the way that we're gonna go from after this. We're gonna get Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. But like overall, this match was fun. I'll give it a 4. I'll give it a 4.
FEMA is everything.
Over FEMA. Yeah.
They wanted Omos to be. So yeah. Oh man. So as we move along, man, the main event of the night, Roman Reigns defending the Universal title against Cody Rhodes. The story is
finally in.
It's finished, man. Oh man. This match had its ups and downs, and I'm sitting there right now, like, when is the Bloodline rules just gonna kick in? Because it was going for a while.
Oh yeah, it went on for as the regular matchup. We got and that was the thing too. We got to see, got a little bit of outside, fighting outside the ring and with no count outs, and I was like, well, it did start off a bit dry. I think, and it really probably wasn't that it was dry. I think that all of us was just probably just waiting. Yeah, we wanted just to like, damn, when is The Rock gonna come out? When is this? And we knew that the Bloodline was gonna play a factor into it. Yeah. And I was thinking really that, they're gonna put Cody through hell for him to get this belt. And like it kind of got to that. And like you said, we had the lows, and then we like I think that was like the beginning was the lows. It's like this matchup, and how is it gonna go? I think and the low was just anticipation. I think that's really what it was. The lows was just anticipation. We knew it. I think everybody had a feeling, man. If you're a wrestling fan or you just was tuning in to just, watch it with a family member, so you kind of knew something was going to pop off.
Yeah. Then, like I mentioned, we was waiting for the Bloodline rules to kick in. Then out of nowhere, you see a super kick out of nowhere. Yeah. I'm like, oh, where that shit came from? It's Jimmy with a super kick. And I think Roman went for I believe it was a super punch or a spear, and Cody kicked out of it. Then main event Jey Uso come, he hear that song, he come down there, brother meet him halfway through the the walkway, the ramp, and they start getting it on, and he speared them off the walkway. I'm like, oh shit.
It went down.
Yeah, and I'm like, what was this night one? Like, I needed to see that night one, not night two.
Nah, I'm glad. I'm glad night one went the way it went. I'm glad night two went the way it went. Because man, and that was the thing that, like I was saying, was, man, even Seth coming back in Shield gear, and I was saying I wanted him to be in Shield gear for this whole rivalry because The Rock was clowning my man, and I needed him to get serious. But if you really look at it, the psychology behind him wearing, like you said, like Seth was saying, hey, he told Cody, I'm gonna be your shield.
Yeah.
And he knew, if I wear this shit, if I wear this vest, and like I come out here looking like the Seth of old when I stabbed this dude in the back, he gonna pick me over, like, so he could do it all, because I know how vengeful he is. The long story like long-term storytelling.
Yo, shout out to Triple H, Paul Levesque.
Yeah, man.
That was cinema right there.
Cinema, like, yes, man. Yeah.
Oh, I'm like, because I'm like, yo, hit Cody with the chair, it'll be over. Then he looked over and my man had his back turned.
Yeah, the flashback.
Like, oh, he having flashbacks, bro.
Yeah.
So it was only right to hit him with the chair.
Yeah, it was right. So like you said, man, like I'll be your shield, and
yeah.
And then for Solo to become like this, be out there, so we thinking it's gonna be the same thing from last year, like and then you see Cena come out there. Last time we seen Cena with SummerSlam, you know what I mean, when he went against Solo and lost clean too. And he just came up now, like, no, sir, I got to come get my lick back. You know what I mean? And like even let's talk about the Undertaker getting in there, man.
Bro, that was the surprise. When I heard that song, because he was about to do a number on Cody with that Mama Rose belt. That mom, and
it was only right, and that's the thing. It felt like a Sting moment. You know what I mean? Like you know what I mean? Like the Undertaker came back to do this for the good of pro wrestling. You know what I mean? Man, we can't keep having you and your boys, the bloodline, running around with y'all bullshit anymore, man. It's a new day, you know what I mean? And everybody and it was, oh man, like I said, it was awesome. It was pretty much, if you went to the movies, I don't know if you've ever seen Avengers Endgame and went to the movies and seen it. That's what it reminded me of, bro.
Yeah. Oh man, then he choke slam Rock. And I was like, oh man. When Rock and Cena had their moment in the middle of the ring, it brought people flashback. And you hear the crowd, the Philly crowd, as Philly wrestling fans would do, holy shit. Holy shit.
Oh yeah. The whole thing, man, like I said, from beginning to end was just like, this is the greatest thing ever, man. It's so great to be a wrestling fan right now, man. And just even Samantha Irvin.
Oh man.
And her voice just breaking down as she announcing this Cody Rhodes is the new, you know what I mean?
You just felt the emotions. You definitely felt the emotions.
Yeah, and you can hear her. And you know what I mean? And I don't know if they're gonna cut that, I don't know if they're gonna cut that out or what. I hope they don't. You know what I mean? I hope they don't think like that's unprofessional or something like that, But
I seen the video this morning because I heard it. I heard when she announced it last night, but we didn't see the emotions till later on the night when the video
with her face, right? When she's like holding kind of like her, her briefcase or something like that. Yeah, man, she looked like she was invested. Like she's sitting there ringside, and you can kind of see it in her videos. Like she kind of just sitting there ringside, like just to get the best seat in the house.
Yes. Michael Cole too. He said, "Damn it, you gotta love pro wrestling, right?"
You got to, yeah, man. And it just the thing is though, man. It speaks volumes about just like what the world is. Because right now, man, let's be honest, man, the world got a lot of messed up shit going on in it, man. And to have like somebody like Cody Rhodes is kind of like a cooler Hulk Hogan.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, something like and that's what we need is a feel. We need a little bit of feel good right now, man, and somebody who's gonna kick ass and do it, like show that, hey, you could be the good guy and whoop some ass. You could be the good, and that's kind of like what we going into, man. Like one thing I'm big into games too, man. I kept on thinking about, the first thing I thought about when I woke up this morning was Austin's face on Raw's War, and back in like in '96, man.
Yeah.
And just like, damn, man, what it takes to be a cover of the cover of any, of any game or of anything of a sport, man. And this guy's just got it written all over him, man. We had Cena for so long, but I also kind of felt within the Cena era, man, there was a lot of good guys that should have got that shine. And it's good to see that, like, during this era, we wasn't just having Roman shoved down our throat. We got some good champions, and Cody makes for a great champion, man.
Yeah. We got a couple more minutes because Raw is just kicking off right now.
Oh, yeah, it is.
So a couple of questions, real quick questions. Just tell me a couple of quick answers. What happened to the bloodline? I noticed you seen the video surfing around. Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman definitely had that moment right there on a ramp going heading towards the locker room. It looked like it's an end to with those two guys. I don't know. It look most likely Roman takes some time off. We don't know, but
because you don't know. I mean, far as the bloodline, because now it's also out there too. I think it confirmed a lot of. We talked about this last time I was on, and that's the fact that Roman still has leukemia, and that's been confirmed. Who knows? And also, where the bloodline goes. But we also over the weekend, Sports Keita was talking about it today. Jacob Fatu is supposed to be coming to blood, he's supposed to be signed with WWE as of this weekend. He told somebody of close to him that. So he could be coming. That could be something. They could keep the bloodline thing going just a bit longer. I don't think just them, taking the L is just going to, a L of that magnitude is just going to dismantle them just yet. You know what I mean? I think there's more to come with that.
And I know one of your questions earlier was what this Paul Levesque era is going to bring. Everybody been mentioning after last night, the new era. And as we kick off Raw, I see he's heading to the ring right now, Paul Levesque, as we speak. What's your thoughts about that? And we can leave out on that.
Yeah, man. I think we've been talking about it the whole show, man. And that's long-term storytelling. That's a lot to say. And I think we messed up that word a couple of times. Long-term storytelling. Because it ain't gonna front. It's missing, man. And wrestling is it's a TV show.
Yeah.
And it needs relevancy, it needs to tie up knots, and I think Triple H knows that, man. This guy was part of D-Generation X, man. He pushed the envelope. If you watch any of the documentaries about D-Generation X or Triple H period, man, he's into pushing, he's into bending until but not breaking.
Yeah.
So I'm willing, with them going to Netflix this fall, I'm real curious, and I'm happy to see what direction we're going to take. But I really think that it's going to be more care. I think it's going to be more care for the wrestlers, more care of the characters, long-term storytelling.
Yeah.
I think we should just be ready for this ride, man.
Yeah. And as you can see, it started this weekend. You seen, I think it was 5 title changes this past weekend.
Yeah,
6 if you can include the 2 tag team championships.
And just 6. Even if and all those matches had a lot of implications to them story wise. You know what I mean? Long term, that even and what's good is it's accessible. You know what I mean? Because it's not like you gotta go back and watch all these episodes. You can of course watch highlights because it is sports entertainment. You know what I mean? But there's also that payoff if you've been watching for a while. And I think that wrestling fans need to be, we need to be treated like we got some intelligence, man.
Yeah. Yep.
And so we're getting it.
Yeah, man. So Raw after WrestleMania just started. So we want to thank everybody that was in the comments, man, commenting, man, and tuning into the show. Mel, we got to do this again, my guy. Definitely love you. What's today? Your experts on wrestling, man, for sure. So we definitely got to do this again. Sam's, man, shout out to Sam's, my guy Sam's, BJ, man.
Yeah, man. Thank you, BJ, for having me on, man.
We was kind of we was thinking about doing it Wednesday. We was like, nah, we got to do it right.
You got to capture that feel right now. So I'm glad y'all had me on, man.
So that's pretty much it, man. We'll see y'all this week on Wild Wednesday for sure. We probably get into it a little bit more, but definitely we'll see y'all again. Thank you again, Mel. And that's pretty much it, man. Good night.
Y'all take it easy.